Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? The Saints are set to open training camp out in Irvine on Wednesday. And I know this offseason has really been a struggle talking about the Saints. And I don't intend for it to be that way. I mean, everybody that covers a team would always rather cover a winning team and to say the good things. Trust me, it's way more fun talking about the 2019 LSU Tigers than the 2020 LSU Tigers. Okay? It's way more fun talking about the 2009 Saints than the Saints in 2014, 15, 16 that went 7-9 in back-to-back-to-back years. Okay? It's way more fun to talk about a team that's winning. The unfortunate part for the Saints, though, is they've got a playoff drought since Drew Brees left after 2020. So 3 years the Saints have been out of the playoffs, and they're staring down a preseason projection where Vegas has their win total over under 7.5. And if you go 7-10 or 8-9 this year, you're going to be outside of the playoffs yet again. So the real question is, what can the Saints do and how quickly can they get this thing turned around? Well, ESPN charged some of their reporters with putting together a ranking system that looks at the overall roster ranking, the quarterback ranking, the coach ranking, and the front office ranking, 1 to 32 in the NFL. Giving them a score, effectively. You're giving them a metric, a score, and then ranking them accordingly. And they're trying to use this to project what the Saints and what all 32 NFL teams would project to be over the next 3 years. And I'll remind you that there are 32 teams in the National Football League. And this ESPN projective metric over the next 3 years has the Saints 31st. 31 out of 32. You might be asking yourself, Matt, well, who would be 32? You might be asking yourself, hey, Matt, who would be 32?
Hey, Matt, who would be 32?
Yeah, I'm so glad you asked. The Raiders. The place from which Derek Carr came. So he is impossibly tied between the two worst franchises projected over the next 3 years. How about that anchor? Just dragging franchises to the bottom of the NFL ocean. If you're wondering about the scores, I'll go through it. So here's the three categories. The overall roster, the quarterback ranking, the coach ranking, and the front office. Overall, by the way, overall roster is minus quarterback. So the roster minus the quarterback and then a standalone ranking for the quarterback. The overall roster minus the quarterback is actually the highest that the Saints ranked in this metric. They ranked 22nd. Quarterback, 28th. Sorry to all the Derek Carr fans out there. Coaching, 31st. Front office, dead last. And why wouldn't you? The Saints cap situation is a perpetual mess. It's a joke around the NFL every year that the Saints just keep kicking the can down the road. I've often used the example of the Saints kicking the can down the road of like someone that goes to the casino and loses, and instead of just like tapping out, they keep going back to the ATM to get more cash, and they just keep losing. And today I think it got taken to another level today when I was thinking about this. The New Orleans Saints are the Griswolds in Vegas Vacation. It's what they are. If you've never seen the movie, I wouldn't waste my time. Christmas Vacation, epic. Vegas Vacation, not so much. We like Vegas Vacation? Yes? No? Kind of?
I like it, yeah.
I don't like that in all the vacation movies. They have different actors playing the kids in all the movies.
That's weird. Like, yeah, that's a black eye on the series,
it's super
for sure.
Weird. Why can't we have some consistency?
Agreed.
Anyway. Audrey was really good looking, though, in Vegas Vacation. I don't know who played her, but she was really good looking in that one. Cosign. You grabbed your mic.
But yeah, well, I was going to...
What?
Who knew my sister had the legs of a thoroughbred?
Yes.
Shut up, Russ.
There you go.
That's all I was going to do. But
Let's see who that was. I'm curious who that actress was. Anyway, if you don't, I'll give you a very abbreviated version of the plot. Chevy Chase, Clark Griswold, they go to Vegas, family vacation, and everybody goes their own ways, and Clark starts gambling, and he starts losing, and he just can't help himself, and he loses literally all of their money, like all of it. And it's so bad to the point that he goes to Cousin Eddie, who's the degenerate member of the family, who's living somewhere in the desert, and they're digging up cans of cash that Eddie had buried in the yard that he can go gamble to try to win back money. And he loses all of that money as well. And it comes down to it to where at the end of the movie, the family's back together, they've reunited, but they have no money. And there's this one casino game where you can win, was it 30 grand or whatever the dollar amount was,
something
50
like
grand,
that, yeah.
something like that. And he's going to get all their money back. And they got like $1. Beverly D'Angelo's wife, she pulls like $1 out of her bra, out of her cleavage, and gives it to, goes, win our money back. And so they find this big thing, and of course he loses at that as well. But there's this old man sitting there by himself who plays it every single day and never wins, and he finally wins and he croaks. He dies right there as he just won the jackpot. And the Griswolds, the old man tells him before he dies, here, take the ticket. And that's how they save themselves. The most improbable possible way that you could save yourself from all of your gambling, your degenerative gambling debts and the horrible decisions you have made. The only way out of that was for an old man to win the jackpot and literally die right there and give you his ticket. Like, that would be equivalent to Jake Haener becoming Patrick Mahomes. That's your way out of this. You want to know how the Saints can become competent and relevant again in the short term? That's it. Haener, Rattler, one of the two. If one of those two guys, boom, becomes Patrick Mahomes or even Brock Purdy, you come up with a guy, and I don't even know if Brock Purdy's great. Maybe he is, or maybe he's just a quarterback of a really good roster. I don't know. Time will tell. But that's your only way out of this. Your only way out of this is something so improbable, like a fourth-round pick from Fresno who's doing Blue Steel photo shoots before his rookie season and gets popped for PEDs, that guy becoming the best quarterback in the NFL. That's your way out of it. That's the old man dying at the little casino game and giving you his ticket. And that's your answer to get all the way out of it in one fell swoop. That's it. This is Vegas Vacation, which we're watching. I only hope the old man sitting at the little game is there, ready to croak and give the Saints their ticket and get their way out of this and become relevant again. And then Nick Papagiorgio drives up with all of his cars and they drive back to Chicago. That's the best way out of this. Can anybody think anything better? That's what this is. This is Vegas Vacation for the New Orleans Saints. You got a front office that went all in, man. They went all in to win. They didn't do it. And instead of just patiently rebuilding, they decided, nope, we're staying all in. We're going all in with Jameis Winston. We're going all in with Andy Dalton. We're going all in with Derek Carr. We're going all in with whoever is next. And you just keep digging yourself deeper and deeper and deeper. Your cap's a mess. Your roster is old. How about this? The Saints are the oldest team in the NFL last year with a weighted age of 27.6 years. No other team was above 27.1. The Saints had the oldest offense, the second oldest defense, and the sixth oldest special teams. You are old, you are irrelevant, and you keep digging yourself deeper in that hole. I know there's a lot of you aren't going to like me saying this. I hate the Saints, and all I do is crap on the Saints. They deserve it! Do something good! Make a smart decision. Until you do that, no, I don't have anything good to say. I hope Taliesin Fuunga's a really good player. How about that? I like that draft pick. That was good. Then again, I said the same thing about Trevor Penning, and that hasn't worked. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.